Hello, I'm Stefanie, and I'm an entrepreneur. And I'm passionate. I'm passionate about looking into the future. My drive is to shape long-term corporate success in existential times, because we live in existential times. I believe they're existential because if we don't do things differently, fundamentally differently, within the next 10 years, we lose our planet and our society. So in the next 15 minutes, I'm going to talk to you about a new sustainability mindset. A shift from green corporations becoming good corporations. The starting point, in my point of view, is, and I'm sure every one of you will agree, as it's general knowledge, that the future of corporations will be green. Green will be the new standard as baked-in solution. For financial reasons, for workforce reasons, for consumer relevance reasons, without doubt. And now imagine, if every corporation is green, what is the next mindset corporations will need to develop to differentiate themselves in the future and to sustain corporate success? I call that new mindset good. And to become good, we need to adopt a whole new attitude, which sadly does not fall from the sky. So in order to walk this path from green to good, I will now share 3 basic characteristics of the good mindset with you. So let's go to the first characteristic of a good mindset. Green corporations act like underdogs. Good corporations act like leaders. Good corporations don't see themselves as green corporations anymore. They no longer feel and act like self-explanatory underdogs, but like great, confident leaders. They leave overemphasized substance, rationality, and explanation behind. They do not educate. Because to them, convincing the many people that saving the planet is important is no longer an issue anymore. That's why they don't explain themselves. They presuppose. Because a true leader never explains her inner values. And as a consequence, they rally more people to their good cause, both internally as well as externally. One example of what I mean by presupposing rather than self-explaining is this year's Super Bowl commercial of the Swedish oat drink brand Oatly. I believe that commercial was the most exciting one. But what made it so wonderful and special? All you could see was Oatly CEO Tony Peterson sitting in the middle of a field of oats, singing a song and playing the keyboard for 30 seconds. The song was so memorable and at the same time so bizarre that the whole world has been talking about it ever since. But what did he sing? All he sang was, wow, wow, no cow. 30 seconds of singing in the most expensive, longest-reaching ad block of the year. Promoting your product without explaining, without educating, without convincing. What happened here is the good mindset in action. So let's go to the second characteristic of a good mindset. Green corporations appeal to the mind. Good corporations appeal to the heart. Good corporations shift their perspective from the subject matter to the people. They align their topics more closely to the needs of the people and are thus able to better utilize their potential. In one of my own corporations, we offer a sustainability screening with a subsequent gap and opportunity analysis. It helps corporations to identify risks and opportunities and to derive a clear green strategy with actionable measures. From the first projects, one key learning so far is that what corporations think is relevant to their stakeholders is actually not. To give you an example, one of our organic food clients thought that biodiversity is the most important topic for their target consumers. And they had very good reasons to believe that. So they had planned corporate narratives around their special efforts in biodiverse agriculture, because they were deeply convinced of the relevance of their work. On the other hand side, we saw in our sustainability screening that actually something totally different resonated with the market. Their careful handling of the goods and the employees in the production process, that was something many of their target consumers were interested in, not biodiversity. So align your corporate narratives to people's hearts and not to your corporation's own agenda. Because you will get more people to rally behind your good cause, and you will realize profits more quickly. This consistent human design approach of good corporations helps them to enforce a costly sustainability approach even longer. So let's go to the third characteristic of a good mindset. Green corporations save the planet. Good corporations save society. Even if every corporation and everyone is green, there's still one topic that can jeopardize everything. We all see that social injustice is growing. And also social conflicts are growing. I'm convinced those conflicts will come to the fore. Good corporations take that decisive step further because they value our humanistic society. They purposefully respect the dignity of every single individual, and they actively tackle the problem. Certainly, social injustice is a global issue, but it starts every single day in our local corporations. A long-term survey shows that since 2000, the incomes of those at the top have increased, while those at the bottom have seen a decline. And the incomes of the middle groups are stagnating. And this is exactly where good corporations start. This is Dan Price. Dan Price is the much talked about CEO of Gravity Payments, a billion-dollar business in credit card processing. He shocked the business world by taking a personal annual $1 million pay cut to raise his company's minimum salary to $70,000 a year. You can imagine, the outcry was huge. Anyone who makes such a move in our capitalist world is exposed to massive headwinds. And personal intentions are criticized and analyzed down to the smallest detail. He was called a socialist and a communist. And for sure, Gravity Payments lost several customers who either considered his move to be political or expected an increase in fees. So they left. By doing so, Dan Price set the precedent for one very important aspect of the good mindset. So aside from any personal motivation, the bottom line to me is whether his idea brought society forward in terms of social justice or not. And well, yes, it has. The numbers are compelling. In just 4 years, Gravity Payments profits doubled. Their processing volume almost tripled. It had a higher customer and employee retention rate than its industry average. And also, the numbers of babies born in the team rose from an average 1 to more than 40. And the number of employees being able to afford their own home rose from less than 1 to more than 10%. Dan Price turned the spotlight on the increasing number of the working poor. One aspect of social injustice in our corporations happening every single day. Since then, other companies have tackled pay disparity and increased minimum wages with very similar results. Rented.com, Pharmalogics, Amazon, Costco, Target, and recently Walmart. If good corporations take care of social tensions and social issues, social tensions will decrease, and they save our humanistic society. So, to wrap it up, to develop the good mindset, keep 3 basic characteristics in mind. Don't explain, presuppose. Shift your perspective from the subject matter to the people. And create social justice. And with that shifting from green to good, I am convinced you will create sustainable corporate success. Thank you very much.